With millions of people around the world out of work because of coronavirus, and it looking like that we're all heading into a recession, even as some parts of the world continue to fight the virus and its effects on communities large and small, the last thing in your mind is buying an electric car. At least I'm guessing it is for most people. With oil prices at record lows and the price that people pay at the pump far lower than they've ever been for years, even the cost-benefit analysis of owning an electric car is certainly not as positive as it was a few months ago when petrol and diesel was far more expensive. But nevertheless, we've had people reach out and ask us our opinions about buying an electric car in a COVID or post-COVID world. Some are existing electric vehicle owners or fans looking to take advantage of lower prices. Others are first-time potential electric vehicle owners who've taken a look at the improved air quality we've seen around the world as a consequence of fewer people travelling and decided to take positive affirmative steps to try and keep the things the way they are now when things go back to normal, whatever that is. Most of the people reaching out to us want to know if they should buy now or wait. And with automakers and dealerships pushing some truly great deals on new cars and the used car market poised to heat up, these are really valid questions, so I'm going to do my best to try and answer them now. First up, though, a disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor, nor do I pretend to be one, and hopefully you're all big grown-up people watching this. So please, before making a financial decision like buying a car, make sure that you are in a financially responsible position to do so. Deals being offered right now might feel too good to miss, but if you're unable to truly afford what you're looking at, bad things will follow. And of course, we are not responsible for anything you do as a consequence of watching the video. You're on your own if you decide to go and buy a $50,000 EV that you cannot afford, or a $5,000 EV for that matter. Okay, on with the questions at hand. Is it the time to buy a new electric car right now? Yes, if you have a job, a steady income, and decent credit. Sadly, as is often the case, if you are a well-qualified buyer, you're going to be able to take advantage of some crazily good deals, while those of you who are less good when it comes to credit are likely to find fewer deals that you qualify for. Right now, in the US, automakers are falling over themselves to offer COVID-inspired deals to new car buyers. That's because, like every other business, the auto industry has been hit hard. It's better for dealerships and automakers, to that matter, to lose a little profit on every new car, but still make some money, than it is for those cars to sit in inventory. The results is some pretty big discounts and financing discounts on new cars from Audi, Jaguar, Chevrolet, Hyundai and others. And because I'm based here in the US, here are some of the US deals that I'm aware of right now. There are likely similar deals in your country, although some cars won't be available, of course. Audi, for example, is offering financing with 0% for 72 months on a 2-month payment holiday for its e-tron SUV. Lease customers can get an e-tron for $550 a month for 36 months with just shy of $7,600 due at signing. That's still pretty expensive for what the e-tron offers, and some people will likely look at other options if they've got that kind of budget. Can you say Tesla Model Y? But if you don't want a Tesla, this might be an option. Also an option for those in that category is the Jaguar I-Pace, which has a stupidly expensive lease that I'm not even going to detail here, but it's also available with 0% APR for 72 months. And that's a deal that most automakers seem to be offering. Interestingly though, Mini isn't offering 0% APR on the Mini Cooper SE, presumably because it's still brand new to the market, but Mitsubishi, Chevrolet, Toyota, Nissan and plenty others are all offering 0% financing over 60 months or greater for their new plug-in cars. What are the best deals available right now? I think I'm going to have to say the Nissan Leaf and Chevrolet Bolt EV. Right now, Nissan is offering 3 months of deferred payments plus 2 months of what it calls so-called payment relief, while lease payments can be as low as $230 per month for a 36-month lease with just shy of $3,500 down. And no, don't go spending your stimulus check on a down payment for a car. Nissan also has cash-on-hood deals for both last year's and this year's Leaf models, which could be of interest if you're willing and able to buy and don't mind buying an older car. But Chevrolet's deal, I think, probably wins because the Chevrolet Bolt EV, while it's no longer attracting a US federal tax credit because Chevrolet has sold more than 200,000 plug-in models, is still pretty good. Chevrolet is digging deep, offering 0% interest for up to 72 months with $4,750 on the hood and the option to have up to 120 days of deferred payments. While deferred payments would usually mean you end up paying more in the long term because interest still accrues even if you're not making payments, in this instance it won't happen because the offer includes 0% interest. With those new cars out of the way though, how about used electric cars? Again, with the same disclaimers in place about affordability, it certainly seems that it might be a good time to buy. But there are some caveats. Because fewer people are buying cars, and sadly some people are finding they're needing to sell their cars, there are quite a lot of new used cars coming to market right now. And by that I mean used cars that are new to the market. But also dealerships are finding that those cars are sticking around a while, which means that the dealership is more likely to want to cut a deal to get rid of a car it's had for a while and walk away with a minimal profit rather than not sell it at all. So there's a win there. Some experts are suggesting that in addition to new car sales dropping as much as 25% this year, used car prices could fall between 10 and 17%. For those of us planning to buy out their leased cars, like me, my Bolt EV is up for a renewal in August. That's bad news because the disparity out there between the buyout for the car and the actual value may be significant. But for those who are looking to buy a used car, now might be a really good time. If you're buying with money and you've saved that money and you can pay outright, it's really up to you when to pounce when you find a good deal you like. But those looking to finance their used car purchase may find it makes sense to wait a little longer. That's because bank rates haven't yet really started to fall all that quickly. Sure, you're going to be able to see the occasional low interest rate, but nothing like the 0% being offered by some automakers on new cars. Remember what I said earlier on in this episode? Which leaves us here in the sticky situation that is an impending recession. Those with good credit will likely find themselves a fantastic deal on a new car. And if they have a funding method that doesn't rely on a new loan, those looking to buy a used car may get a fantastic deal on their used car. But for now, if you're in that last category, which most of us are, where loan pricing hasn't fallen all that much yet, you probably want to wait a little longer. That's it. Thanks for watching. And if you'd like to help us make more videos like this, please do like, comment and subscribe. You can send us a couple of dollars our way every month through Patreon or buy our coffee for us to enjoy with Ko-fi. Thanks to the folks scrolling by next to me. They are our charged up patrons. You can donate $15 a month to us and you'll join them on this scrolling wall. If you donate $50 a month, you'll join Jeffrey Songster, John Lyons and Regine Fellows in the self-driving level of patronage. They get a tour of our studio whenever they're in town, plus extra special goodies. And super out of the world, zooming around the solar system in a Tesla Roadster Starman patrons, Marcel Ward, Reggie Watts, JP Fagerback and Shaw Udaya. Thank you so much to you guys. You get a personal tour of Portland if you're ever in town, and we'll even take you out for the best food that Portland has to offer. After physical distancing ends, of course. If you're looking for something else to watch from this channel, Google thinks you might enjoy this one, so check it out if you haven't, and I'll be back soon with more content for you all to enjoy. Until next time, stay safe, wash your hands, and keep evolving.